PowerPoint can actually be used as a mini graphic arts program to create a logo if you don't already have one, or just use it if you can't find that perfect shape or clip art. PowerPoint 2013 has a new feature called Merge Shapes, in which you can combine shapes and create some really cool graphics. I'm going to give you a quick example of the types of things that you can do with Merge Shapes. So here's our office location slide number 24, and I'm going to add a little office building to it. The first thing I'm going to do is shrink this a little bit, just so I have some more room to play with. I can move it aside, and now I'm going to start adding some shapes to create the basic outline of an office building. So I'm going to insert shapes, and I'll choose a basic rectangle and draw the shape of my building. Now I'm going to insert shapes again, and I'll draw one more rectangle, almost for a tower effect. I can stretch that out a little bit. Now I'm going to add one more shape. I'll add the triangle this time, almost like a little chimney. I can draw my triangle. Now I can merge these shapes. I'm going to select all three of them by holding down the Shift key and choosing each shape. Now in the Format ribbon toolbar, I have a new item called Merge Shapes. So let's go over these. Union will make the three shapes one shape. Combine will take the overlapping parts and cut those out. Fragment outlines the overlapping parts instead of cutting them out, while Intersect cuts out everything except the overlapping part. In this case, it took out the whole shape. Subtract will subtract one shape from the other, including the overlapping part. In this case, we're going to choose Union because I simply want to take all three shapes and make them into one. So now I've got the basic outline for my office building. Let's add some windows because there is one more really neat thing I want to show you that you can do with merging shapes. So let's start by adding a couple more shapes. I'm going to go back to the Insert ribbon toolbar, choose Shapes and choose a rectangle. I'm going to go make some small cutouts for windows. So I'll use the Shape Fill tool and make it white. And now I'll hit Ctrl D to duplicate it so I can have more than one window that I can guarantee to have the same size. I'm going to do that 2 more times so I can get a couple of more windows in there, and the smart guys will make sure that they're aligned properly. And now I need one more for a door. So I'm going to go back to Insert Shapes, choose a rectangle, and do one last cutout. I'm going to do my shape fill again to make it white. Now I've got my door. Now all that's left to do is merge these again so I can have one big office building. I'm going to go and select all my shapes using the Shift key, including the one shape that I've already combined. Go to the Format ribbon toolbar and select Merge Shapes. I'm going to select Combine, and that's going to make my shape one shape. Now here's why I did that. I can start adding effects to it, and it's going to use all these cutouts. For example, I can change the shape fill now, and I'll change everything. It'll change everything. I can change the outline, and when I go into Shape Effects, I can add a perspective shadow, and it even includes a cutout for the windows. We did that because we merged these shapes. So I can even go in and add a bevel to it, and the bevel indents all the windows and the doors. Now that it's also one picture, I can enlarge it and make it as big as I want for my slide. So now I can move these things around, arrange them how I want, and that's not bad for just a few minutes worth of work. So as you can see, PowerPoint is a really powerful program to create your own icons, logos, and even perform any small graphic artwork that you need to get done for your presentation.